The community aspect of my project is it's really the foundation and the core of what we're trying to do. Um, Over the years, I've just noticed a lot of disconnect in our communities, even socially in our social space. There's a lot of disconnect, and multiple factors which we will get into much later on. But what I noticed in this disconnect is also losing that sort of mentorship, collaboration, and partnership in a lot of projects. And personal experience from other projects that I've seen a lot of people do is that any project that's been implemented comes in and most of the time excludes the community. And what it does is brings about the confusion of what the community actually needs. And this is the problem that I've seen with a lot of projects throughout Africa mainly. And I think is because there's so much emphasis about what the external world or community thinks they know about that space where community is really the focus, where people really support each other. There's a lot of security and mentorship in a lot of the things that they do. So bringing that security aspect of our tech project is really emphasizing on understanding the culture of a space, understanding the need of a space, and how the people think and interact in those spaces is really critical to the success and the sustainability of the project, and also really brings in the people that are already in that space that understands the challenges and some of the things that will really help improve a situation of a space. So that community aspect of it is really the integral part of any project. Anything that you do, you have to involve the community. The most important things for young people to incorporate in their life in the digital world, for me, this particular age, time that we're in, I'm a big believer in curiosity. I think curiosity provides an outlet for exploration, creativity, and I think you can really direct someone to do something, but unless you let them to explore their creativity, they're never gonna be able to figure out what tool and what they can actually do in this very competitive, challenging, extremely confusing age of technology that we're in right now. One thing I wish I know at the beginning of my journey and advice I have for young people is really, I think I'm still trying to define that, but I'm becoming more and more confident in that space that you don't have to be at a certain age to know what your calling is. It's anytime you can feel a certain energy and passion about something that can become your calling. And sometimes it comes in bits that you have to really be present in the moment. And I think right now there's a lot of different things that's happening in the world that's again is disconnect with the self. For me it's really important to be grounded and be able to be in a place where you can connect with yourself deeply, because I think we all have a certain passion, we have a certain dreams, and it's important to be in that space where you connect with yourself and realize that maybe in a very moment you might do a single thing but can go a long way for somebody. um, uh, what I think about Africa and how we can change our mindset is first is identity. I have had the opportunity now to see just a little bit, just a taste of South Africa, and I realized even saying I'm African, born in West Africa, I didn't really have the opportunity to see what that core bit of Africa is, and what we really are is it's a very unique place. Until Africans start to own their identity again with pride. Africans, even in our resilience, we need to take pride in that, because in a lot of places where there's very little challenge and people give up, in Africa, I think what we really need to be encouraged to see is how resilient we are, how lucky we are to be in a place like this, and rich in tradition, rich in culture, rich in even history, right? Where Africa needs to come together with the basic fundamentals of who we are as a continent and really own the identity. And from there, we can explore other things with excitement when it comes to innovation. That's why, for me, this project is more of a scientific research than another IT project where we're just bringing computers to a community. Say we want to teach people how to use AI or drones without really first understanding the psychology of a place that really plays an integral part of how a community evolve, or how, as African, how we can take back our identity and change the narratives from what's been shared around the world as Africa, which is really not Africa.